the year 2023 without releasing another cool reggae production video. This one's going to be another smooth vibe from the mid-90s era, not dancehall or ragga, we're still keeping it nice and chilled. The kind of vibe that maybe Maxi Priest or Beres Hammond, or even the kind of flavour that will have similarities to Peter Andre's Mysterious Girl. Anyway, it's that time, so let's dive in. Okay, so to start things off, I've created a simple reggae rhythm. Not the full drum track, just some percussion with a few fills, and I'm using Logic's Drummer for this. I've done a few videos on Logic's Drummer, so if that's something that you're interested in learning about, make sure you check out the links above and in the description. However, what I've got here is I've got two parts. I've got a percussion section here, and I've got like a hi-hat plus a fill section here. And I'm going to be adding more drums later on using the fantastic Arcade by Output.com, and we'll come to that in a while. But let me play back the drums so far, then I'll show you what I'm going to do with the keyboards. Okay, a few fills. I'm going to adjust the volume of the hats and one or two bits later on. But you get the flavor, you get the vibe already. Now for the keyboard, we're going to put down some keyboard chops. Now the production is going to be based in the key of G major. We're operating at 75 BPM. So let me show you what the keys look like. Okay, so let's put that down and then we'll move on. Okay, so now that the keyboard chops are down, let's actually fix up the drum section. And now we're going to dive into Arcade by Output.com. And what I'm discovering, it's a great way for producing reggae tracks. So let's open it up right here. And as you can see, there are lots of different options on the screen right now. But I'm going to keep things real simple. I'm going to do a search and we're going to come here under instrument. We're going to choose drums. The genre is reggae. Under reggae, I'm going to choose pillow drums. Let's click on that. And now we've got a set called vibrations. And under this vibration set, we've got some great drum sample loops. So let's check them out. So cool. That's a one drop. Here's another one drop. Another one drop rhythm as well. So cool. How about this one? Yep. Now that's more of a rocker's rhythm. And we've got rhythms all the way down here. And I think down here is where we've got some drum fills. Come on, these have got to be essential components for a reggae track. Now don't forget, this is just one set that's under the vibrations collection. It's called pillow drums. However, if we go back to our search results, and all of these are linked to my initial search of reggae drums. Okay, so definitely worth exploring and experimenting with. I've got a link in the description for you to try this out for 30 days free of charge. If it works for you, then subscribe. If not, then drop it, but you've got nothing to lose. So I think what I'll do now is figure out which of these drum loops I'm going to use and then put that down, and then we'll move on to the next section. Now what we're going to do is bounce in place. We're using the key command Control B. We're going to OK here. Now here are the drums. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to add is some guitar riffs. Again, I'm pulling them from the Vibrations kit on Arcade. And I've done a bit of searching and I found under the Stone Island kit, I found these really cool guitar riffs. Have a listen. And then... However, what I want to do right here is I want to change the key to D major. Now, if you're up on your music theory, you know that D major has a relationship to G major. When you're playing in the key of G major, D major is the fifth. So here are the two loops I'm going to be inserting. Let's record them in, and then we'll just keep adding. Ah, that's so sweet. I'm going to have a little search around for some organ ideas, and it's all leading to my bass line, which I love to add on later on. So let's do this now. Okay, so as you can see right here, I've converted this last part, the guitars, into audio, and that has freed up my arcade once again, so I can delve back in. And now I found another pack under the vibrations set, which is called Divine Organ. But this one here is not a sample loop. This, in fact, is an instrument. And what's great about arcade is you can load up samplers, you can load up instruments, and then you can do individual samples. So this one here is an instrument, and you can see the layout is slightly different. We've got a keyboard layout right here. And this here is a lovely organ sound that's going to fit really well in a reggae vibe. Now, another couple of things I want to show you right here is we've got some controls. We've got this tone control, we've got reverb control, and some more bits over here that we can adjust. So let's say, for example, we wanted to adjust the reverb. Let's go extreme. Take it all the way off. Nice and dry. Let's put it back to where it was, about here. And although I didn't go into it, there were some tonal and reverb controls for the drums, as well as for the guitars that we used earlier. But I'm going to touch on some of the effects processing I'll be doing a bit later on. Let's get this organ part down and then keep things moving. So I'm going to put something like this. Okay, let me start recording and see what comes out. Okay, so now it's time for us to drop in a vocal hook. And once again, if we were to hop over to arcade, we have some fantastic vocal hooks to choose from. Okay, so here are the vocals. And as you can see, I've color coded everything now. I'm starting to do a very quick arrangement. Now, all of my vocals are going through to a bus, and on the bus, I've got a few plugins which are important for maintaining the character of that smoothness. Now, first thing that they're going through is the Waves SSL EV2 channel strip. It's one of my favorite new SSL channel strips that have come out by Waves, so it's definitely worth a look at. And I'm just putting it through the backing vocal preset. I've done one or two minor adjustments, but that is at the heart of it. Next thing the vocals go through is, of course, the Silk vocal, which of course is my go-to vocal processor at the moment, combined with the CLA vocals. Now, if you haven't checked out my video on the Silk vocal and the CLA vocal combo, please make sure you do so. Check the links in the description and above.
They don't know me like This night is gonna last forever. They don't know me like
Ooh, very smooth. But let's kind of just go through what's happening with the drums as well. So the drums also are going through to a bus, and on the bus I've got my go-to Maserati GRP by Waves, and On this occasion, I'm using the LA2A tube compressor. There's a Waves one which I would often pull up, but on this occasion, I'm using the Universal Audio version, which is controlling the dynamics of the drums and keeping everything nice and tight and punchy. And the other really crucial thing that we've got going on with this vibe is the reverb. All of the tracks have an auxiliary send set up to bus 15, and on bus 15 we've got this fantastic reverb. Again, it's a UAD plugin, the Galaxy Tape Echo. Definitely check this one out because it is absolutely ideal for reggae music in general, dub, old school, rockers. Anyway, like I said, the drums are going through here. Let's just solo the drums. Now that's dry. Let's bring it in. It's just adding an extra layer of atmosphere, of ambience to the drum track, and all of the other instruments are going through the same setting. And on the vocals, I've got the Abbey Road chambers, and this one here works really well for what I'm trying to achieve with the vocals, that nice, smooth, lush vocal texture. Now remember, like I said, if you use the link in the description, you'll be able to download and try out this fantastic plugin, Arcade by output.com. All of the packs that you've got right here will be fully functional and available to you to incorporate into your productions. And in addition, I'll have links to all of the Waves plugins I've used in this production for you to try out. Once again, absolutely free of charge. Click the links in the description, try them out and see what you think. They may well provide some solutions to your music production process. Okay, let's get back to it. So now as I approach the end of the video, let me put down my guitar idea and then I'll round things off with the bass line and then it will be a wrap. Okay, so for the guitar section, I've kept it real simple. I've gone for the Dubwise electric guitar preset in Logic, and I've opened up the pedal board. I've adjusted the mix volume so the Blue Echo delay plugin doesn't echo so much, it's a bit more subtle. And now for my bass line, I'm going to be processing using these plugins. First of all, the Waves CLA bass through the Voltage Amps bass, and then of course controlling everything, the CLA2A. Now if you want to be able to get my exact bass tone as used on this particular track, then use the link in the description to go over to my Studioverse profile on Waves, download the setting, load it up into your studio rack, and you'll get my exact reggae bass tone. And also check out my video on the CLA bass and how I use it. And finally, if you feel that I'm bringing you value, remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave me a comment. It's always great hearing from you. Make sure you tune in again for more. Until next time, I'm Deuce, playing out. Peace.